hustle, this ain't luck. Lady Buck, about that business. We about that business, that business. We trending on retreat. We about that business, that business. All we know is win, ain't no defeat. We about that business, that business. Competition can't compete. We about that business, that business. Number one, I feel it in my cleats. Hey, we got facts, we got stats. Not to mention trending topics. You the champ? No, that's cap. Drilling, killing all the guys. Please don't try that, boy. You know we hotter, boy. Making all kind of noise. We on fire. What you know about them Ohio boys? We about that business, that business. Boy, we about that business. It get real up in that field, but got built about that business. That business, that business. Boy, we about that business. This all hustle, this ain't luck. Lady Buck, about that business. We about that business, that business. We trending on retreat. We about that business, that business. All we know is win, ain't no defeat. We about that business, that business. Competition can't compete. We about that business, that number one, I feel it in my cleats.
Yeah, we back, baby. Little hiatus, little hangover from the Ohio State game, but that's okay. I'm okay with that, Lady Buck. Here's the thing. The games happened. Miami is in the national championship. Indiana is going to beat them in the national championship, and we need to talk about this. We need to talk about Miami's actual journey in the beginning with Notre Dame and Miami trying to get into the playoffs and their actual reason why they're in their home stadium playing for a national championship. I want everybody to just chime in, please. Take me off the ledge. Lady Buck, what say you?
Uh-oh. Let me say it again. The season is interesting. First of all, the 4 teams remaining, prior to the national championship was interesting. We're used to having those those repeaters, those big boys, you feel me, those Buckeyes, them dogs, we used to that. So we got some new contenders in there. So we'll give you that. We're always there. Okay, the Buckeyes, we're always there. We're going to be there. Okay, we're going to be somewhere near the show. So listen, Miami, congrats. Okay, after 23 years, I would have my chest stuck out too, because y'all been whining for 23 years about that national championship that we won. We didn't steal it, we won it, and you've been whining about that. So stick your chest out. You act like on these social media outlets, you act like you've lost. You're still mad at us. You beat us this year. Enjoy it. But you know more of our stats than you know of your own. I get it. You hadn't been that relevant over these past 23 years. So congrats to you, Indiana. You've never been there. I think it was like in the 50s or 60s, when they were playing Leatherheads and in the backyard, that you were there. Congrats to you too. I will say, Indiana,
back in the day.
I would have to say, Indiana, you look like a complete team. You do. I will give, credit where it's due, because I just did not see that. I did not think you would do that to Bama, and you proved me wrong. So congrats there. And so I'm rooting for you because you're in my conference. Not a fan of your coach, but you're in my conference, and the whole storyline, it all comes together. Okay.
Let me tell you, Lady Buck. This is what a lot of the people who have called me, some of the naysayers and the sayers has told me is that Indiana took the playbook from Ohio State the last 4 or 5 years and ran that playbook. And if you look at the way the team was constructed, it mirrors an Ohio State team.
Yeah.
Signetti, I get him.
Yeah.
I understand it. He been watching football for years.
Yeah.
Would you want to mirror an Alabama or a Georgia team, or would you like to mirror the best team on the planet?
Well, that would be, and you can tell, you could actually tell that he did that. Now, what I'll give him props and say, um, with that being said, good coaching. Hey, if you can't beat us,
Good
join
coaching.
us. Copy it. But if you think about last year, how we actually dominated after that loss. I mean,
Domination.
our climb was very hard. Nobody
Same
yet
thing.
had
Same
that
thing.
kind of climb that nobody can compare to that. Nobody has had that climb yet. And so good team to mirror. I mean, kudos to you, Signetti. And I've heard some other claims, some cheating claims, and I won't go there because I'm not really sure how valid
Well,
those
listen.
are.
We're not a conspiracy type
Yeah,
of
we'll let them play
podcast,
ball.
and so what I would say is that because of the fact we gave them the blueprint, and we're not going to talk about the referees or the commissioners or of the Big Ten or none of that. Who wants someone else to be in the mix? If the Big Ten runs the table, SEC need to just fold and go into the ACC. That's it. Because none of the teams from the ACC, the SEC, has outdone any teams in the Big Ten. And now you got a Miami team who is emerging. And if the ACC comes back into the fold with Clemson, Boston College, Virginia Tech, and they start, getting their, Florida State, and if they bring in Notre Dame, the ACC will be formidable with the Big Ten, SEC, and the ACC. So there's a lot of, like I said, and I ain't talking about politics or anything like that, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of reasons why it would be important for Miami to be in the national championship. I'm not going to say they're going to win because, like I told you, Indiana has that blueprint. And unless there's something catastrophic happens, Indiana's going to win this national championship, period.
Right. Well, what I am hoping for, though, is a good game. I'm hoping for a good game. I hope it's entertaining. I do want Indiana to win. I think they will. If Miami's defensive line plays like they've been playing, it'll be a fight. It'll be a good fight. I'm hoping
their defense is awesome.
But yeah, I don't think Indiana's going to have a problem with that based on what I've seen. I'm going to add.
They played a bit against Ohio State.
Yeah, I can't count that game. I cannot count the game between Indiana and Ohio State because my boys were not playing, the way they should.
I agree.
So I can't. That's why they had me fooled. That's why I said, Indiana's not really all of that. They played Ohio State team who was unprepared, clearly, But when they played Bama, they showed me something different. So, I had to eat crow, Hey, like Nitty shaking his head, I had to give him his flowers and let him have it. But so I really don't think Indiana's going to have a problem with Miami's defensive line. And I don't think they'll have a problem either because Miami is not poised enough. They're just not poised enough. If you saw them in that Miami Ole Miss game, penalty after penalty, and which one of them led to an ejection. So you got to have some discipline. I don't see that with Miami. And one thing Indiana is, they are really coached very well. Very well. They don't make many mistakes. They don't. And so I don't think I don't think Miami has anything for him. However, it's going to go down to who wants it the most. Miami wants it just to say we got a natty to Ohio State. Indiana wants to finish the story, with the natty. So both of them have some, some hunger there. But before we go any further, let me say, hey, Village, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We are finally able to go live on TikTok. So if you have TikTok, we'll be going live on there too. Hey, nothing but growth, okay? Either you with us or you against us. And I know y'all with us. So like, share. We're not stopping. We're not going anywhere because we are about that business. What say you,
Thank you, family. Thank you. Good looking out. Good looking out.
Got you.
It's
I got
all
you.
up to you guys.
What's up, Nitty?
So chilling, feeling a little under the weather, but I had to pop out.
Thank you. Thank you. So I hope you feel better. What you think
Hopefully
about your
somebody
boys?
gets.
What you think your boys gonna do on next Monday?
Oh, we get to bring home the natty, but it ain't gonna be easy because Miami got some dogs. They call it Hurricane for a reason. But the thing is, they got two smart quarterbacks. That's the quarterback play is gonna determine the game. You got old man Beck, and then you got
old man Beck.
Is he 30 or yet? Is he 30 yet or no?
I don't know if he's 30. I thought he's like 28, but
I don't even know why I don't know why he's in college.
He shouldn't be.
He playing in the USFL
NFL
or something. I don't know what's going on.
I give him his props. You know what I mean? He had to make a move, and he made the right move. You know what I'm saying? Because he fit better with Miami's offense than he do Georgia offense. Because he, and it ain't even the offensive scheme is confidence. He went to Florida and got some of the, he went to the Florida, got some of that good,
that little flavor,
and relaxed a little bit, and got a little bit,
down there.
But the whole thing is, though, let me interrupt for a second. And look, nothing's wrong with that. Whatever works for you, works for you. But let's not have these different rules. If this one can do it, but this one can't, that causes speculation in the NCAA. This one can go and couldn't be extended and do 6 years, but this one can do 7. Let's not do that.
Well,
I don't care what the details are.
Here's the problem with that scenario, that narrative. Beck did get hurt twice. Chambliss only got hurt once, and he had like a little something else that wasn't deemed a physical ailment. It was a setback in physicality. And then that's what happened. So I get it. I understand the why, but given the other
he was able to transfer to another school.
Beck has had. Wait a minute.
Get better.
Not just what Beck just had, but over the years, there's countless players. I ain't talking about just quarterbacks. Countless players who have played in the NCAA when they was 26, 27 years old.
Yeah.
There's
nothing new.
There's a history of it.
Right, nothing new.
And so that's where I kind of like agree with you, Lady Buck, is that you can't have it for one and not for others.
Yeah, because of this reason and that reason. He was able to go to transfer to another school.
You're either gonna do it or you ain't gonna do it.
Set of opportunities. I don't care how many times Chambliss got hurt or what the little thing was. What's little to us is big to him, obviously. Right. So I think he should have been able to, and I hope, and Ole Miss is appealing it. So good luck with that. Chambliss are rooting for you. Hope you're able to do, what others have done. for themselves. But again,
well, here's the thing: if anybody who if he gets into if he has to go to the draft, anybody who gets that draft pick, whether it's his first round, second round, or third round, is going to get a dynamic quarterback that they can develop.
yeah, absolutely.
Keyword,
Really,
keyword, Buckeye Bill, that you said, develop.
yes,
Because to me,
and that's
what
why
I
he wanted
see,
to stay in college. That's the
mm-hmm,
main reason why he wanted to stay in college was he told everybody, "Hey, I'm not ready yet. You know, I still got to get my physicality back together. I got to get my emotionals back together. I got to get the schemes back together. This was my first year, and see how good I was in my first year. Give me one more bite at the apple, and see how great I
man,
can be coming into the league." Now, again, he will be a developmental project no matter where he goes, but they're going to get a good kid. They're going to get a good quarterback. And it depends on the coaching staff, the organization that he goes to. That's going to get a gem. Going to
And
get a gem.
you're talking about Chambers.
Yes.
Okay. And also, I will have to say for Beck too. Beck has improved a lot. I
No,
watched him
Beck
at
is garbage.
Georgia.
Beck's garbage.
I watched him at Georgia, and to watch him make those plays with Miami,
Garbage.
I don't think he's garbage. I
He's
think he
garbage.
has a great arm. I think he
Beck is
made some
garbage.
plays, and he's a hustler. You know, him
No,
running in and
Beck
getting
is
that
garbage.
last touchdown. I mean, I think that he is good too. I mean, watching him from Georgia
No,
to Miami, he's different. He's more
no.
developed.
This is what happened.
He's,
Just
hey, Buckeye Bill, that's your opinion. This is mine. I don't think he's garbage. I think that he will be good too. I think he has shown that he's coachable, and that again, he wasn't even that bad really at Georgia. To be honest with you,
no,
he wasn't that bad,
he
but he
wasn't.
has improved greatly. He's improved. So Beck stands a chance, and I don't think he's going to be a bust. In the
Lady
NFL,
Buck,
I think he's got some
Lady
heart.
Buck,
Hmm.
Lady Buck. He been Beck is the type of quarterback. Um he'd be a good backup quarterback in the league. He's what they call a game manager. Now you have to realize when he
Yeah,
went from, and there's no
sure.
difference, no disrespect to Georgia, but Miami fits him better. That's why he doing what he do. Plus,
Mhm.
like I said, he got down there with them. He got down there with them Haitians, and you know how they get down.
right.
You know what I'm
And
saying? So
so what I would agree with Nitty is the fact that the environment that he chose to go to, which was a Miami environment, gave him a little boost. But
mhm,
when he goes to, just say for instance, he goes to uh the backup Love in Wisconsin, or he goes to um Denver or some place like that, where
Mhm.
the atmosphere is not as electric. Cause
Mhm.
see, I think Beck liked that life. I think
Mhm.
he liked that Miami life. That's why he is into what he's into. He's about that business. So it just depends on the organization that can bring him along to make him a backup quarterback.
Okay,
He will
so you
never be
say
a
that about
starter in
Beck.
the NFL ever.
You say about Beck. What do you think about Mendoza in the
Mendoza's garbage
NFL?
too. He's garbage. He listen. He
See, that's
is.
what I'm trying to
You know
say.
who he is? He is.
Buckeye Bill.
He's
Everybody's
Pendleton.
garbage.
If you remember Pendleton, they took Pendleton from wherever they took uh, um, the Jets. Pendleton was this guy,
talking
and
about Pennington.
Pendleton lasted a year and a half at the as the Jets quarterback, and he was dynamic in college, but he couldn't read the defenses. See, Mendoza don't know that there are grown-ups in the NFL who have been watching you for 6 years. Mendoza been in college football for 5-6 years too.
Yep.
Yeah.
He went from Cali to Indiana. This is his last stint. Okay,
Got
they
enough
gave
heart
him
to
the
be-
Heisman because of his journey. They didn't give him the Heisman because how great he is.
He's
They gave
smart
him the
though.
Heisman because of his journey.
Buckeye Bill. One thing you're not giving him credit for is his brain. He see things that other people don't see. He's going to quarterback up.
Bro, I'm gonna stop you on this one. There ain't no quarterback, black, yellow, green, purple, don't have the same processing that he has. So no, we ain't gonna do no brain stuff. He ain't got no better brain than Pendleton. He ain't got no better brain than what's the one dude that played for USC, that played for the Jets who sucked. There's a bunch of quarterbacks that came out of the college ranks who they all kept on saying how brilliant they was, how the
That's true.
process system was. They
Yeah.
get into the NFL and the big boys showed them what they wasn't.
Yeah, he
So-
got to come out of that pocket. I will
Stop.
say that.
Go
Yeah,
what?
but see here,
The Miami
here's
gonna
the thing.
come out of the pocket.
Here's the thing with Mendoza, right? Well, matter of fact, I'll say any quarterback. It matters what system you go into, because if you go into the system like the Browns, you're not going to do well. You go into the system. You go.
He
I'm just
cannot
saying
supplant Shador.
that is an example.
Boy, if they draft that fool.
He's just saying, for example, he's giving you an example of.
Okay.
Slow down,
We ain't
Buckeye
doing
Bill.
that. We ain't doing that.
Relax.
Finish.
I don't know. We got hey, Lady Buck. I think we're gonna have to tell Buckeye Bill take a break and go, and then come back.
I'm just saying.
He amped up.
And no.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He amped up.
He didn't say he was going to the Browns. He's trying to give you
I
an
ain't saying he's
example.
going to the Browns. I was using him as an example.
Don't set me off. That's like a firework, bro.
Listen.
Come on.
Okay, I'll give you. I started to say the Giants. That's a dumpster fire. We'll use Daniel Jones as an example. Daniel Jones. Everybody said, "Oh, Daniel Jones is garbage. He garbage." But then when he went to a real team, no, he went to the Colts. Daniel Jones.
Went to the coach. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You see what happened? You see what I'm saying? Because the Giants front office is a dumpster fire. Now with Beck, like I said, with Mendoza, if they get to a team where they got good coaching, good atmosphere, they'll be good. They'll be decent. I ain't gonna say they're gonna be, but Mendoza is a lot smarter than what you give him credit for.
Okay, so say for instance, New Orleans gets an opportunity to draft him. I think that's a good organization.
Mm-hmm.
And they already drafted one quarterback that's garbage. First of all, you think that the matriculation of his journey and then his intellect, like you just said, would make a difference at a New Orleans or say Arizona?
Yeah,
they get ready to get rid of their quarterback. So
Kyler Murray.
there's openings for a quarterback. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. If the Raiders get him, he will be destroyed.
Yeah, that brings you back to my point. You get him to a team that doesn't have a lot going on. They know what they're doing. They cool. I mean, I don't even care if it's a losing team, but if they get like Arizona. Arizona would be a good pick for
I was
him
gonna say Arizona. Yeah, time he gets a
because
little time for development.
yeah, and because you know
He have
because
a
they about to
limelight, the whole 10 yards.
they about to what they about to do because like you just said, Kyler Murray experiment is over. They
Yes,
getting rid of him
it's over.
because he's a primary example of what I was telling people. He wasn't a good fit. Kyler Murray's a running quarterback, and most of the coaches that in Arizona, they didn't know how to coach a running quarterback. So that
Pocket pass.
experiment was that experiment was a failure. But you get somebody in there like let's say Beck, let's say Mendoza. Heck, I even say some of the journeymen that's still floating around the league. You know, you get someone there like that. You get some of them quarterbacks that's game managers, not game changers, but game manager, and they sit there and they sit back and study, whether it be right or wrong, study that quarterback because Mendoza pick up stuff like this. Beck can pick up stuff like this. The thing is, Beck
Look
needed
at my Bill's face.
Beck Beck needed confidence.
You know,
That's
like
why when he went down there to when he went from because he already had confidence, but he ain't had no swagger. He got in there with the Miami dudes, and they got you see him on the sideline, and then the whole crowd and everything. But I will say this too.
yeah, I see him getting ejected too.
Yeah, don't slip on Denver if he go to Denver and back up. What's his name? Bo Nix. Don't slip on Denver because they got a winning culture. They just had to get it together.
He's not going to Bo Nick. He's not going to
No.
Denver.
No,
There's
No.
no way on earth
Ain't
that
going nowhere.
they would even consider
No, he
drafting
wouldn't
No.
go there.
Mendoza, the backup Bo Nix. No.
No, Mendoza's gonna start wherever he goes.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So you got to look at the teams that are out there that are actually looking for quarterbacks. Now he can go down to Tampa Bay and back up Baker Mayfield. He can. There's a bunch of teams that he can go behind and move them out of the way in the next year or two. So I
Hey.
give him that if, like you said,
But
he
wait
has
a minute,
the
wait.
intelligence to do it.
Don't be surprised if he does become up. Well, it depends on what you said the need is. I mean because last year there wasn't really a lot. There wasn't a big need for quarterbacks last year.
And there's there's only one or two quarterbacks that are in this draft. Moore, Chambliss, and Beck. If you want to call Beck somebody, and Mendoza. There's nobody is going. No one's jumping out of their pants to draft any one of them. No. Well, what they will do is they will draft defense. There's a bunch of defensive players out there this year.
You need to get some orange juice.
Huh?
I'm telling him to get some orange juice and fix that cold he got going on.
I need to get some half pint of Jack Daniels.
I know you
Okay,
make you a hot toddy.
All that does is put you to sleep, son.
And you're gonna wake up with the same cold.
I'll wake up. I'll wake up sweating.
True, you can sweat it out. But let me say this. Let's go back. Let me add you back, Nitty. Let's go back. Okay, let's do our picks for the Natty. Then we're going to talk about these NFL playoffs. So for the Natty, let's do a real pick, not who we want to win. Who do we think is going to win the Natty next Monday, Buckeyeville? Who do you think is going to win?
Don't ask me first, because I'll tell you the winner.
Who do you think is going to win? Not just because you're Indiana, who do you think is going to win?
I say Indiana, but before I even say why, I just got a notification. May she rest in peace. Yellow Beezy's mom was found dead this morning.
Who?
I know that's off topic. Rapper Yellow Beezy from Texas. He's about to go to trial for Mo3's murder.
I don't know any. I don't know him.
All right. Okay.
I'm sorry to
Whatever.
hear
But
that. I don't even know who he is.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
We on this national
I know,
championship.
I know.
Well,
Hey, you know, I'm on that. Hey,
may she
you know,
rest in
I'm on the
peace.
national championship. I can't wait to give me a national championship shirt. But I'm gonna tell you, like I said, and I wouldn't be surprised if Miami win. But I
But who do you
say
think
it's gonna
is
be.
going to win?
I see it's gonna be a shootout, and Indiana's gonna win because Indiana is proven, and like you said, they disciplined. And I love Cristobal as a coach, but I don't think he's gonna outcoach
Signetti,
Canelo.
the
Yeah,
Joker. You got the Joker face. Okay,
yeah.
let
So
me
you
ask you
know,
this. Let me ask you this, Nitty. So you're thinking Indiana's going to pull through. Do you think we're going to see, because these last stretch of playoffs, we've seen shootouts back and forth all the way down to the last second, last
hmm
15 seconds. Do you think this is what we're going to see with Indiana and Miami, or do you think somebody's just going to start running away with it in the fourth quarter?
nah, there ain't gonna be no runaway because I'm gonna tell you why. Another reason that people talking about Miami defensive line, right? But then once again they're not giving Indiana defensive line and Indiana's defense a chance.
Right.
And Indiana defense can rattle Beck. They can rattle Beck.
Yeah.
Beck has been proven that he can be rattled. You know
But
what I'm
they got
saying?
to get to
So,
him. They got to get to
oh,
him.
they
He
gonna
gets
get
that ball out of his hands. I will
yeah,
say
they
that.
gonna
He
get
gets
to
that
him.
ball out.
They
And
look,
he's
they're
got
gonna get to him.
several options.
Yeah, they're gonna get to him, but they're not gonna catch him. First half, they're not gonna catch him. You know what I'm saying? They might not get a sack because, like you said, he gets that ball out of there quick. But after the shot, after he throw the ball, he gonna take a couple shots, and they're gonna give him something to think about. It might even be a couple penalties.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna give him. They're gonna cut roughing the passer, but they're gonna give him something to think about. Because my boys, Indiana, well, they be they hungry, man. They've been disrespected this whole time.
Okay. All right.
You know what
I'll
I'm
do
saying?
my
So,
Buckeye Bill want to go last, so I'll do mine. I think it's going to be a shootout. I'm hoping for a shootout. I want it to go out. I don't want to even want to move during the game. That's how good these
mhm.
last games have been. So I think it will be a shootout. Um, if Miami starts to get penalties early in the game, Indiana will run away with it. If they're not disciplined, if you got Michael Irvin on the sideline jumping around like an orangutan, then you know you may not be disciplined enough. You know, sorry, Michael Irvin fans. Um,
Man,
so
y'all know
yeah,
Michael Irvin will be on that Johnny Depp.
yeah. I mean, hey, you know, but you got to be disciplined. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. Both coaches, won it. I think Signetti. I think you got to come down a little bit off that high horse. You're getting a little too cocky, and that cockiness could lose you a game. So
Hold on, somebody at my door.
it's still okay. Cristobal is still hungry. He's still hungry, still mad about that Ohio State crap. So I think it's going to be a shootout. I think Indiana wins it though. Um, I think Indiana might win it by between. I think it's going to be so close they might win it by 1 point. I hope it's that good. I hope we get a good shootout game like that. What you got? What say you? Look, I
I'm gonna
do.
reverse you. I'm gonna reverse you. So
Okay.
here's the thing. Here's the
Okay.
thing. Okay, we've got the third Big Ten, a different Big Ten team
Yeah.
in the national championship.
Right. For the third year in a row.
For the third year in a row,
Yeah.
you've got Miami, an ACC team who is an ACC team has not been there since Clemson played Ohio State. I think.
Right.
Okay, I think that was
Yeah,
in
that's true. That's
2019
true.
or whenever.
Yeah. And then prior to that, it was Miami, 23 years ago.
Right. So the balance of equity, I would call it equity, is that it doesn't matter who's the better team. It matters how folks set up the next year. And the next year is going to be spectacular also, because having Miami win the national championship, that puts a Florida State, Clemson, Virginia Tech, Boston College, Duke into the mix. And what they need to have in any scenario, you need to have multiples. You can't have two conferences that's fighting for a national, unless you divide everything, all these teams, into two conferences.
Okay.
That's why the ACC. That's why the
what
ACC.
Is your pick? Don't you start with this stuff.
That's why the ACC, Miami will win the national championship. They will
Miami will
win
win
the national championship.
So we're talking just straight football and not the need for conference and conspiracy.
Okay, this has everything to do with football.
Who do you think
also.
is going to win?
I'm not saying that Miami doesn't have the dogs on their defense. Beck is garbage. Okay, but here's their who is their weapon? Malachi.
And there's another one.
If you can't stop Malachi, it's on and popping.
It's him, and there's another one. Y'all keep forgetting about him.
Mars.
Yeah, Mars? I forgot his name. I don't know any of the players' names.
That's the other guy.
There's another one. So what's your pick? Who's your pick?
I'm taking Miami. I'm reluctantly to take Miami. Of course, I want Indiana to win, but I'm taking Miami if you're a betting guy. You want to take Miami anyway.
Do you think it's going to be that shootout? Do you think it's going to come down to the last 10, 15 seconds? Do you think?
Oh, I think it's going to be a fantastic game.
Oh, really?
Okay. And it's going to go into the 30s. It's going to be. It ain't going to be 17-21. This ain't going to be just a defensive slobber knocker. There's gonna be a lot of electricity.
Yeah.
You gotta think about it. Miami is playing at home.
Yeah.
They're playing at home. So there's gonna be a lot of electricity. There's gonna be a lot of scoring. Indiana is going to show up.
A lot of smoke.
The powers that be is not gonna allow them to win that game. They're not gonna win the game.
They want Indiana. The power to be want Indiana's story to end right.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do.
Because Miami is a bigger.
You got some powers to be that one Miami.
Miami is a bigger story than Indiana. Indiana is Hoosiers. Miami is the Dogs.
The Hurricanes.
So it's a bigger story. It's two different apples. It's apples and oranges. Indiana is like a Hoosier story. Hey, good looking out.
Nah. I think they're gonna let them play ball.
We like.
I hope so.
We like this.
I do this.
We ain't like this. We like this.
You know.
So
I can't show my way.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why.
So moving on. This NFL, we got these playoffs are a trip. I mean, the Eagles got eliminated yesterday. Great NFL playoff games this weekend. They were great. Down to the wire. Man, awesome. So tonight I don't really want it to be down to the wire because I need CJ Stroud to do what he do. So go CJ Stroud. It's the Ladybug, your number one fan. Go in there and beat those Steelers. Beat those clowns. I can't stand those Steelers. So CJ Stroud, I'm going with the Texans. You know, I need something to go right in my football world.
We're gonna be unanimous on this one. I can tell.
Yeah, who you got
on this one? Everybody wants the Texans to beat Pittsburgh.
Who you got, Nitty?
I want the Texans. I want the Texans to win because, like I said, I want the little young brother C.J. Stroud to get his.
Mhm.
I love Tomlinson. You know what I'm saying? I love the Roonies. You know what I mean? But I like that new. You know what I'm saying? What's the coach of the Texans?
Oh, you asked me too fast.
I forgot.
Oh,
Anyway,
not
he a brother.
Nico
He's a
Collins.
young brother. Yeah,
Nico
Miko.
Collins.
Yeah,
Nika, yeah.
Collins. Yeah,
No,
I
Collins is the
want to see. I want to see
that's
him win.
yeah, the receiver.
I want to
Um,
see him win. I
yeah,
forgot his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The young brother, you know,
Right,
right.
on
right.
there flexing like he
That's
like he could suit up and win and go in there and play because he did play NFL, but I want to see him win. I want to see him do his thing. I'm going for the Texans.
all
Yeah,
right. Unanimous. That's
Texans,
what I'm
Texans,
talking about.
Texans. And I believe
Say for
they can
instance,
do it. They
say
can
for
do it.
instance, if the Texans win, they will have to play. Who do they have to play? Because
I don't know. I need my
New
chart
England,
because I'm all over the
I
they
ain't gonna
place.
say
play
I
New
ain't got my
England.
chart.
They will play New England. The Bills will play somebody.
Yeah.
So
And see,
I'm looking forward to have that conversation after tonight's game because I'm real pumped up about this
yeah.
game tonight, and I can't think about the future right now, but I do have the Texans winning 28-17. Rodgers will throw 2 picks, and
Mhm.
Rodgers will get sacked 4 or 5 times
Yep. I need Texans defense to show up tonight. There have been
and
games
show
where they have
out.
not showed up, and I need them to show up tonight. I need offensive line to really give CJ all that time because with CJ, he only need 52 seconds to score anything.
Hmm.
You know, he don't need that long. Um, do your job. Everybody do your job and play your game. Period. Or sit down because I need this to go right. Um, both of you, what team surprised you? What team that got knocked out of the playoffs? What was the most disappointing knockout to you guys? To either one of you?
Eagles,
And
Eagles,
Eagles was
Philly,
disappointing. Yeah,
exactly.
Eagles.
I'm gonna say my most disappointing was the Ravens. That game.
Nah, they weren't even in it. They weren't even.
No, they were. They
They were
were.
not
And
prepared.
for a missed kick goal, a missed field goal. Man,
They
that
weren't
loss.
even in the
That
playoffs.
yes, they
They
were. If
didn't
they
make
had
the
won that game,
playoffs.
yes, they were. It was do or die for them.
Right, they weren't in the
I don't
playoffs.
know, but I'm asking, what was the most disappointing loss of the teams who didn't make it?
Ravens,
Okay. Cleveland
Ravens
Browns.
ain't been able to. Ravens haven't been able to back up Ray Lewis and Ed Reed in the defense. When they stop trying to follow in their footsteps, they'll be all right.
But it's
But
every year they get so close. And
You
it's
know
yeah,
who
always a
disappointed
missed
me though?
field goal or a
You
fumble
know
or
who
something
disappointed
that
me?
keeps them out of the playoffs.
The coach
Not
disappointed me.
the
The
Colts.
coach disappointed
Yeah,
me. And
I
I'm
was
not a coach
surprised at that.
fan, but the coach hurt my heart.
And they
Because
hurt his heart too.
the
They hurt
beginning
your
of
heart,
the
did he?
season, they was on fire. They was on fire.
They were.
Taylor was on fire. Everybody was. They was in sync. And then something
Yeah.
happened. They
I
Yeah.
just
mean
fell apart.
it even happened before Daniel Jones was hurt.
Yeah, when Daniel Jones got
Yeah.
hurt, but I'm just saying,
I mean,
hey, he's a plug and play person though. You can put somebody else in there, but the rest of the team was actually doing well. You can plug and play a quarterback, especially in Indianapolis.
Yeah, they were playing well.
and
They
but
was
see,
playing
and you
well.
got to
They were
understand,
playing well.
Richardson, the backup quarterback, was hurt. He was hurt all season, off and on.
Well, he's he wasn't going to come in and make no difference, but he could have played. He
Yeah,
could have
yeah, but
played
see,
and made some kind of a small difference. But they could have.
He
They
would
could
have.
have. They could have got a Cousins. They could have brought somebody in, and not Rivers.
So
Yeah,
Once
that.
they did that, it was over.
What'd
It
you
was
say,
a
Lady
wrap.
Buck?
don't knock Rivers. That I mean, because
It
it
was
ain't
a
over
wrap.
till it's over.
But
It ain't
hey,
over till
I
it's
have to
over.
say, I have to say though, you cannot blame Rivers.
No, it
No,
was a wrap
no.
though. He ain't have it to do, bro.
I
He
know,
didn't
but
have
you
it
still
to
can't.
do. He had one game left
And
in him, and that's what
we
he played.
discovered,
One game.
and we discovered that. I mean, he did come from and he's an older quarterback, but he did come from Notre Dame. Riley Leonard.
Yeah, and he sucks. Y'all didn't
Okay,
discover him. He wasn't
He
good in
was.
Notre Dame.
let me ask this question. If you had to predict today who would be in the Super Bowl, what two teams would it be? With the teams that are left, what two teams, if you had to predict today who's going to the Super Bowl, which two teams would it be for you based on how they played thus far?
I
Nitty?
hate to say it, but 49ers.
Oh,
They
yeah.
find
Okay.
they find a way to win, and the 49ers have a fan that I've been waiting on them to lose
So
because
49ers and who?
I can't even. I can't even.
On the
It
AFC, on the
What, the
AFC side, you
Patriots,
can't
the
think of out
Bills?
of those four teams.
probably be
Or
49ers and
actually
Bills. Let
five.
me just say that.
49ers and the Bills?
Yeah,
Okay. Buckeye Bill, who
I already
if you
said
had to predict.
49ers. I mean, Seattle Seahawks
Wow,
will
forgot about
demolish
Seattle.
the 49ers, and the Bills is going to be in the championship because that's legacy. And I think the Bills will win because of legacy.
Well, now that you've thrown that Seahawks in there, I thought I had my picks, but I just don't know because I
The
was with
Seahawks
Blue.
can the
I was with
Seahawks
Nitty.
listen. San Francisco is wounded. Their whole team is wounded. Crosby is out. I mean, not Crosby, but
But McCaffrey ain't wounded.
George Kittle,
Get
Kittles is out.
George
Yeah.
So
Kittle.
they only got one player who's worth a dime.
Well, they got that
McCaffrey.
win though. They got that win yesterday with Kittle's being out.
Okay, but that
McCaffrey
was
acting a
just because the
fool,
momentum
and
keep
there was
going.
another wide
Now you
receiver.
got the reset. Now you got the now the
I
whoever
don't
they
know.
play coming up, they get the scheme against not having a George Kittle,
He's gonna say George Kittle.
not having a Bosa. Man, it's over. It's over. This is their last. This is their
So
last run.
so who did you
Seattle's
say
gonna
the
butt
two?
their tail.
Who did you say your two teams were? If you had to
Seattle
pick
and
today,
the Bills.
who?
Seattle and
And
the Bills.
And the Bills. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I
I mean,
don't
the
know
only
then.
thing you got
I'm
left
with Nitty. I
in the
think the
AFC is the
49ers.
Bills, New England.
I see what Stroud do tonight.
Is Strauss do anything, and then the Broncos.
Oh, I forgot all about the Broncos.
I want them gone, especially Bo Nix.
Yeah, Bo Nick.
Man,
Bo
get out
Nick.
here.
Yeah, let's do Bo Nick up
So,
out of here.
Buckeye Bill, what Buckeyes do we have? See, Nitty, this is a thing I gotta let you know. One thing about being a Buckeye is that we're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we have to say, "Oh man, we got Buckeyes on both teams."
So
It's hard for us to choose. It's hard for us to
we got
root
the
for.
best receiver in the league playing for Seattle.
And who was
Yeah.
that?
The best receiver in the
Legit.
league playing for Seattle.
So that's a problem that we often have is that we have to figure out which team we're rooting for if it's not one
We
of
got
our
Harrison playing
NFL
for
teams.
the Bills.
If it's not one of our NFL teams, we have to pick who we're going to root for because there's Buckeyes everywhere. They're everywhere. So, and it's usually if it's not one of my teams, that's who I'm going to root for. But then sometimes they're on both teams. You know, that's how highly recruited we are, people. So, Miami fans, I don't know if y'all had that problem. I don't think you do.
And
Georgia,
that's a
you
real
either.
good problem.
Bama might have a little bit of that problem, but that's
Georgia has
really
a little
about
bit
the
of that
only
problem
school.
also. Georgia got
Who?
some great defensive players that are playing in the league right now.
Who?
Georgia.
True. True.
Yeah.
They do get a lot of defense from Georgia. They do. Yeah.
Who y'all
Okay.
got?
Go ahead.
Who y'all got? Who y'all got for? Who y'all got for? I know one, but he ain't playing right now. He hurt. And he not gonna be with the team next year. But who y'all got? On the 49ers.
We don't have anybody on the 49ers.
Bosa.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Bosa. But we had
Yeah.
somebody else too. Wasn't Samuel? Wasn't Samuel with the
No,
49ers?
he's not there. He's not playing for him anymore.
Okay.
Y'all
So just
had a wide.
Bosa's out. Bosa's out
I
right
thought y'all
now.
had a wide receiver. I thought y'all had that wide receiver. I forgot his name, but
That
he
was
got
Sam.
hurt.
That was Samuel.
No, I wasn't talking about him. It was a weird name. You. I don't know. Don't let me get the line. But anyway,
Okay.
I just read about him. They was about to get rid of him. I can't pronounce his name, but I thought he was from Ohio State. Heck, he might be from IU. Who knows?
No, we ain't got nobody about to get rid of. You know what I'm saying?
No,
he ain't got one.
Chase Young he done revitalized his career. Come on, bro. Everybody, we got so many players, man, in the league right now that's outstanding.
It's crazy.
Ridiculous.
That's starting.
Ridiculous.
So, who do we have though, Buckeye Bill? Okay, we got Bosa on the 49ers. He's not playing. We got Najigma, Seattle. CJ Stroud, of course, playing tonight. Denver.
What about the Steelers?
Wait a minute. Denver. Is Dobbins hurt?
Dobbins might come back. He's questionable to
Dobbins.
play in next week's game.
Okay. We don't have any on the Bills, do we? Any Buckeyes on the Bills?
Yeah, Bosa.
No, he's 49ers.
No,
his brother.
His brother.
Oh, Joey.
Yeah, Joey plays for
They got three of them. Don't they got a Bosa that play for Pittsburgh too?
Wait a minute. I gotta get Coop.
That's DJ Watt.
Coop was in the comments and she said, "Yeah, we do." She talking about them dogs because I said Georgia ain't got nobody, and she said, "Yeah, we do." But if I tell her to get on here and name one, she ain't gonna be able to name one.
Okay.
How about that, Coop? How about that?
Tell Coop Herschel Walker ain't walking through that door. Hey, tell her Herschel Walker ain't walking through that door.
Who?
Herschel Walker.
Oh. No, they do got some dogs. Georgia got a lot of defensive players in there.
They do. I just can't name them.
I just don't know their names. But you know our names, whether you're a Buckeye or not. So.
Shoot, I can't get over that one dude that played for the Saints. I wonder if he's gonna stay with the Saints. What's his name? Olivier?
Olave, baby. Olave. I know Olivier. You better say that right, Nitty. Olave.
Olave. That's why I was trying to say.
What'd you say, Nitty? Olivier?
If Mendoza went to the Saints, he will have a top-notch receiver to throw to.
But now, if I'm Olave, if they're not fixing that quarterback situation, we got to figure something out. Because he can catch anything.
Force your way out of there.
Get it to him. You know.
Go with one of your boys, one of your brothers, man. Yeah, because
But so we got to figure this out.
I think New Orleans is going to turn it around. I think they're going to turn it around.
Who's their coach?
They don't have a choice.
Who's their coach?
Who knows? I don't even know his name.
I have no idea.
Yeah. That's the problem.
But now, when y'all were talking about Mendoza going to New Orleans, you know, I think he's a wonderful passer. He doesn't he's very accurate. I could see him hitting Olave. I could see him hitting
Mm-hmm.
Olave. One thing Mendoza is not is scared. He's not scared. So, but with that being said, it's 3 minutes away from my boy starting, and I can't mess up the mojo. So, Village, remember, hey, like, share, follow, subscribe. Remember, we got a whole new page too. So go over to that About That Business page. Okay. We've worked our butts off to get that page. Don't forget to join our TikTok, and we'll go live from there sometimes. And join the show. Join the show. Click the link. I provide the link every time we go live. Come on. It seems like we provide the link. You guys don't come on, and then Buckeye Bill gets all these phone calls about sports. And Buckeye Bill says, you know what? Say it on my podcast. Stop being scared,
That's
y'all.
all I can say. I mean,
We're giving you
I love
opportunity
to
to
hear
talk.
from
Come and
every
talk.
last one of y'all. Every last one of y'all, I appreciate. I'm so excited, especially this new year that's here now. We're all in this together. This is a show
Absolutely.
for all of us. This is not just a show for Ladybug or Nettie, Nitty or Buckeye Bill. This is about
All of
everybody's
us.
business. This is everybody's business. So make it
Yeah.
yours. Make it your business. Make it your
Special shout
business.
out to Jason. Jason is always with us.
Oh yeah, Jace.
The best fan in the land. Jason, he's probably getting off of work and got tired tonight, but he's always there. Of course, Poop Poop, the dogs, and of course, Nitty. And one thing I want to do is, hey, listen, y'all. Remember, Nitty, for all of your needs, all of your podcasting needs, all of your visual, your marketing, anything you need, he's there for it. He works hard. The turnaround is quick. He perfects. He is a perfectionist. So he doesn't like to put anything out there unless he likes it and you like it. So check him out. He's inexpensive. He works hard for you. Any of your needs. Some of the things you've been seeing that we put out, Blue Nitty does that. So, and then some. Anything you want to say, Nitty? You got any first and finish special? Sure.
Also, matter of fact, Happy New Year to everybody, and the fact that this coming up year, y'all gonna see a lot from me because I got a lot of promotional stuff coming up. I got a lot of stuff I'm gonna be as soon as I upgrade my equipment and everything, and I got a lot of stuff that I'm gonna be doing, a lot of tricks up my sleeve. So for your marketing needs, like she said, for all your promotional tools, we can sit down, we can talk about it. We can come up with a game plan, and then we'll be in there because, like I said, I am the number one YouTuber in the state of Indiana.
Okay,
When it's all said and done, I'm gonna show y'all why. So be on the lookout for the Chairman Blue Nitty and Blue Legacy Marketing Group.
Wonderful. And he taught us, Village. He taught us a lot before we got started. He taught us a lot. We were in his classes, basically, knowing what to do, what not to do. And so we really appreciate that. I want to shout out to Hayes McClendon, too. Everybody, we wore our merch, and Nitty, yours is on the way. We just wore, and everybody wanted the merch. So we are working on that. Hayes McClendon did a wonderful job with our merch, and everybody was asking where their shirt is. So
we working on it.
We will get to work. We'll get to working on it. But Buckeye Bill, take us on out of here.
So here's my big shout out. Cornelius Green. First black quarterback to ever play for Ohio State, 1972. Thank you very much for your autograph picture.
Oh,
to me.
Wow.
I know you probably can't see it, but it is definitely autographed from Cornelius Green via Brian Fogel and my boy JB. They reach out to some of the finest football players
Me
on the
too.
planet, all Ohio State players. And I just appreciate all of you guys and your support. And thank you very much. This year is going to be special for us. And I want to hear from each and every one of you guys. We love you.
Sure do.
This show is for you to come on and reach out to the rest of your fan base. And thank you very much. Go ahead, Nitty.
No, I was telling them, come on, and come up to the show.
Come on, baby. You know,
Come on.
All right,
Don't be
Steve.
scared.
It's a blessing to have this platform to be a part of you guys, and we getting ready to get off out of here because we about that business. We ain't like the Big Ten, baby. Holla.
What say you?
What
Peace.
say you, baby?
What say you?
Peace out.
Go Hoosiers.
Synesthetic.
I'm trying to win my team a championship. I'm trying to win my team a championship. Let's go. Trying to win my team a championship. We all in the game, trying to get us some ranks, ain't ballin' to pay. Should I do what you can? Hey, Block is the name, BMG is the guy. Hey, yeah, but we working. Hey, yeah, but we working. Hey, practice make perfect. Hey, practice make perfect. Hey, trying to win my team a championship. Yeah, and we score every chance that we get. Take advantage of handles, it's all in the wrist. Got shooters on the squad. Perfect aiming up Swiss. Got shooters on the squad. Trying to win my team a championship. Everybody is playing their roles. Hey, watch out, pose.